Here we go.
Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're well on this terrific Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's terrific. You're looking terrific. And we're getting straight into the meat and potatoes. As people are losing their minds at the moment, they are losing their minds. Because we have a situation where we have both Maya Henry and Kate Cassidy in London. Both of them. Now, I've been trying to ascertain whether Maya Henry actually lives in London. She has been long connected to London since her time with Liam Payne. So back in like 2022, which she'd kind of, after their split, she'd done the same as what she's doing now. And that is kind of showing a bit of defiance and going out in the public and showing herself. Which we're going to touch on, because we're going to touch on where everything seems to have started with Maya Henry and the issues with Liam Payne, which seemingly was due to the introduction of another female in Liam Payne's life. And I'd just like to add that the female that we're going to speak of is somebody who has spoken out very, very nicely about Liam Payne in the aftermath of his death. Something that we haven't seen done by Maya Henry. In fact, what we have seen is her being quite antagonistic. And I feel that perhaps, just perhaps, she may be doing it intentionally. Ultimately, it has been said that Maya Henry has always been on a journey, and a journey to become famous, to become noticed, to be recognised. Her family, we know that they're incredibly wealthy. I've done videos previously on their attempts to break into social media with their YouTube channel and showing their lavish birthday parties. What was it? Several £1 million spent on a young Maya Henry's birthday, and then her brother was gifted a very, very expensive watch and a Ferrari as well. Again, parties rolling into the millions. So, you know, they've always been on a journey to get noticed, to get recognition. And I questioned before whether Maya Henry and the Liam Payne situation, perhaps there was some disingenuous intent in there. You know, and I don't want to take away the seriousness of if somebody is in an abusive or coercive relationship. I don't want to take that, because it's a horrendous thing, and people suffer that, both males and females, as we speak. There are many people going through horrific situations, and I know people who have gone through these. You know, my own partner, sadly, was in an incredibly abusive and coercive relationship until, you know, she managed to escape. So I get it, and I've seen it, and I don't support that at all. But generally, when these things happen, we see multiple people coming out. You know, this Me Too movement with the hashtag Me Too. You know, someone will come out and they'll speak, and then it's like a domino effect, because someone's come out and been brave, so everybody else around it seems to, you know, people want to support that person for their braveness. And, you know, if they've got a story to tell, they will share it and say, do you know what, good on you for coming out and bringing something to the forefront for everyone's attention, because people need to know. And I'm going to come out and I'm going to show solidarity, I'm going to show support, and you see it again, this domino effect, and generally it then fucking destroys people. But we haven't seen that with Liam Payne. We just haven't seen it. She seems to be an oddman in Liam Payne's journey, and when you look into it, there just seems to be an anger within Maya. She seems to have an issue with Liam Payne. She seems to have an issue about the split, the fact that they were together, they got back together after splitting up, and then it fell apart. And Liam seemingly moved on with somebody who we're going to speak about in a second. And, you know, it got to the point where people were uploading pictures of Liam and this new girl together, and Maya snapped at that and said, stop showing me pictures of them together. You know, if she was the person who had been involved in Liam and, you know, all of these things that we now seeing him being accused of were true, then surely there wouldn't have been that kind of animosity. That would have been a case of I'm out of it. I'm out of it, and I don't care what I see of him. I don't care. He was abusive. He was coercive. He'd done this. He'd done that, and I'm out of it. I've escaped it, and I don't care. I don't need to even comment on it. But that's not how this went. And let's have a look. So we go back. First of all, yeah, look. So this is my Henry in London now. And even this, again, like I said earlier, I find this antagonistic. She's going out, in a time, let's make no bones about it, Liam Payne and his family, Liam Payne is dead and his family are suffering a Christmas without their son. Bear will have a Christmas without seeing his dad. Some people have suffered loss here that is one of the worst losses that anybody can ever suffer, the loss of a child, the loss of a parent. And these ripples will last for the rest of these people's lives. Young Bear, for instance, what is he going to see? How is he going to see his father being posted and pictured in media? How his life is being pulled apart and he is being turned into this drug-taking binger who just destroyed his life. I see the comments now, live by the sword, die by the sword comments. And I get it, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but it's not an opinion I agree with. Even if that was the case, I just don't agree with the way that people are destroyed in the aftermath of their death. And when they've got they can't argue, they can't come back and say, no, hold on a second, that's not how this happened, it's not how this went down, especially when there is a copious amount of evidence to suggest that there was more to this story. It wasn't as straightforward as what we are being led to believe. Being manhandled in the hotel by 3 blokes, ending up off a balcony in a scenario that we knew that he had documented countless times that he didn't want to be in. He was seemingly being retained in that hotel against his will, and then in the room against his will. By whom is the question. But yeah, so she's in London, Kate Cassidy's in London. Kate Cassidy's out on meals with people, and then you've got her doing modelling shoots and thanking and being so thankful about the family around her and to God. Do you know what I mean? If that's not antagonistic, I don't know what is, because that is some antagonistic shit. But people fall for it, hook, line and sinker, and it gives her the attention. If she is attention seeking, she doesn't give a fuck what attention that is. Attention is attention. It's like me. I don't care whether I get good or bad attention. That's why I will entertain trolls sometimes in the comments and pin their comments. I love the attention. Every single thing helps with the algorithm. We are a slave to the algorithm. The more you're talked about, the more comments you get on your post, the more viral you become. Whether that's good, whether that's bad, that is exposure. And it will ultimately expose you to people who you can flip into people who like you. So people don't give a fuck about trolls. They care about leveraging a situation to make them more visible to the public and gain traction and get bigger. And she is a master at it. A fucking master at it. But anyway, so this is gone back 2 years ago, seemingly to when this all fucking started, right? This is where it all began. So the X Factor. So media all over her, like flies on shit for a start, and straight away, Liam is the bad guy here. She's dining out in London as Defiant model moves on from abrupt split with Liam Payne. Weren't that abrupt, really, was it? They'd been together, they'd split up, they'd got back together, and they split again. And there you go. Days after he confirmed new romance with lookalike influencer. Lookalike. You're going to see something in a minute. Fucking lookalike. The only thing that they look alike is they've both got heads and they've got dark hair. Apart from that, there is no similarity whatsoever. You'd think that they were twins. If he wanted to stay with her, he'd have stayed with her, wouldn't he? He didn't want to. As simple as that, and that seems to be the problem. He didn't want to be with her, he got with someone else, she fucking hated it. So there's a picture of her back in 2022, out in the streets of London on her own. That says a lot, doesn't it? She's on her own there. Thinks she'd be surrounded by friends. The familiar presence of Liam Payne was notably absent on Thursday evening as newly single Maya Henry did her best to enjoy another social engagement without her former fiancé. The Texan model caught the eye as she exited the London Mayfair branch of popular Japanese restaurant chain Nobu, following a dinner date with friends. Oh, she was out with friends. They just didn't want to leave the hotel with her. Maya, 21, is understood to be staying in the English capital following her abrupt separation from One Direction star Liam, but was alone as she made her way onto Park Lane following her latest public appearance. And then we got some pictures of her here. The young brunette looks stunning in a plunging ivory blouse and high-slung black trousers as she prepared for the journey home. She added to a sophisticated ensemble with black strappy heels, while makeup selected from a soft colour palette. They're good at selling. And she's got black trousers on, strappy top, and fucking low-slung top with the tits hanging out. I could have covered that in 2 fucking sentences, couldn't I? There we go. Maya is said to be reeling from the collapse of her engagement to Liam, 28, who has seamlessly moved on to lookalike social media influencer, Aliana Mawla. So, bear in a second, lookalike. Like I said, remember, they've both got heads and they've both got dark hair. That is where the similarities end. That's it. Like, his new girlfriend looked like fucking Moana for a start. She don't look like Moana, does she? Anyway, let's get past all these. There's some old pictures of them together. There's her from the side. They're all over it, aren't they? However, the singer is said to be wary of the furore surrounding their separation and his rapidly developing new romance with the Florida-based Aliana. A source told The Sun, none of this is what Liam wanted, and it's all become very public and rather messy. He is hoping he and Maya can now just go their separate ways. So he wants them to go their separate ways. I'm done. We're over. I'm now with somebody else. Let's drop it. Source told The Sun, none of this is what Liam wanted. We just read that. He is hoping he and Maya can go their separate ways. Those around him are concerned she might speak about their relationship, and given how angry she is about their breakup, that is less than ideal. So insinuating there could be stuff that she could bring up. You know, they did have a rocky relationship. They had, if their relationship was all sunshine and fucking rainbows, they'd have been together. They split up. And we see it countless times, don't we? There is always 2 sides to the story, but ultimately, it's like our lad, right? Some things will be blown up out of proportion. He wakes up and he says, Mum, I've got a headache. I don't want to go to school. He doesn't like school. She turns around and says, look, mate, you're going to have to go to school. You've got to go to school. He turns around and says, this is child abuse, and I'm ringing Childline. He's 11 years old. So blowing things up out of proportion, do you know what I mean? It's the same with these situations, possibly. So there's the new girlfriend. I was, to be fair, I didn't know whether that was Maya, because they're basically doubles, aren't they? They're basically doubles. There's Maya, and there's the other one. How do they look the same? I know she's wearing fucking glasses, but they don't look the same. For a start off, she's about 2 foot shorter than Maya. Well, she looks anyway. A friend of the model recently denied the former couple split a month ago, claiming Liam's new relationship had come as a shock to Maya, who only became aware of it after spotting pictures of them together on social media. The source told the Mirror, this is such a blow for Maya. She's making arrangements to get her belongings out of his house so she can move on and forget they are ever together. Forget they're ever together. She still had her stuff in his house, right? So it's obvious that Liam initiated this split. Because if she did, she'd have cleared out house and fucked off. Instead, he's probably, at some point, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And that's how this looks. Not saying that's 100%, but it looks like he initiated the split. He didn't want to be in a relationship, and she's pissed off about it. She then sees him with another female, and she is a woman scorned. And the rest is fucking history. To say you never know someone is an understatement. They are engaged and he has shown her zero respect. What, because they've split up and he's got with someone else? Really? When you split up, you split up. Do you know what I mean? He's young. He's rich. He's famous. She's young. Do you know what I mean? It should have split with him and then been seen walking around. It's like Kate Cassidy. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get people where she's in London walking around this other guy. People are going to feel a certain way about it, but some people don't give a fuck. It depends how it's painted in the media, don't it? Because then it feeds into, yeah, that's quite bad. Is it that bad? You're with somebody, you split up. You've got a rocky, turbulent relationship, you split up from them, and then a month later, you're out with another female. In an interview with People, Liam recently admitted that the couple went through a lot in lockdown, but have worked through their challenges. He detailed, I think we went through a lot in the Big C. I feel like we've come out the other end of it a bit stronger. Most couples who have been married for years struggled, right? So, I mean, we're still happy, but here together today. Brunette Aliana boasts 300,000 Instagram followers, had previously starred in Liam's 2018 music video for his J Balvin collaboration Familiar. She is also believed to be in London after arriving at Heathrow Airport with Liam on Tuesday morning following a flight from Los Angeles. But if we if we go over to here, because what then happens is, you see, they try and it's from Camp Maya, this is where it all starts, is they're saying that Liam was seeing her while they were together. That was the accusation. So Liam Payne's girlfriend Aliana Mawla denies he broke up his relationship with Maya Henry, breaking down the drama. So you've got him in the middle. Again, I know it's going to be hard for you to understand which one's Maya here and which one's Aliana. Just to let you know, as you're looking at the screen, the one on the left is Aliana, the one on the right is Maya Henry, and in the middle is not a member of Jedward. That is Liam Payne. He's gone through some hair situations, and that weren't one of his best. He's a good-looking guy, but that is not one of his best looks. Sharing her side, Aliana Mawla denied that she and boyfriend Liam Payne began dating while he was still involved with his former fiancée Maya Henry. Aliana is very taken aback by the accusations that have been made regarding a relationship with Liam while he was still engaged or involved with ex-fiancée. A representative for the Model 24 tells US Weekly about the romance. Under no circumstances would Aliana have involved herself in a public relationship as such if there was any truth to the comments that have been made. Adding that Mawla is very protective of her personal life, the rep noted that she wants to simply enjoy her new relationship with a former One Direction member. She is very happy and does not wish to discuss his situation moving forward. Payne's new romance made headlines earlier this month when Henry, 22, was tagged in a series of photos taken from Mawla's Instagram story. I love all of the fans so much, but please stop sending me these pictures of my fiancé. So even then, she is noting him as her fiancé. Do you notice that? He's the little devil in the detail. So, you know, if he's apparently been the one who's been abusive, coercive, all these things, I'd have put, I love you all, but stop tagging me in this prick's photographs. I'm out of it. I'm happy I'm out of it. And good fucking luck to her, because she's going to need it. But no, she addresses, this is not me, you know, stop sending me these pictures of my fiancé wrapped around another woman. He's not your fiancé. You've split up and he's moved on and with somebody else. That little thing there in her mind, that is telling me, and I could be wrong, I'm not a specialist. I've got a degree in psychology, but I still don't think that makes me a specialist. That to me is her still seeing him as her fiancé. And he's not. This is not me, and it's hard enough knowing this has happened without seeing it. Enough now. So that, again, is indicative of someone who ain't over it. She wasn't over Liam. And when he was with her, she saw that as fucking betrayal and become angry. US confirmed the following day that Payne and Texas native had split, with a source note that they had broken up over a month ago. So that was, obviously, they'd been split up a while. The Strip That Down singer, so again, that's, you know, they're trying to, she's saying that he's still her fiancé, and that has to be put right. Saying, no, they split up a month ago. Do you know what I mean? What, is he not allowed to get with somebody else a month after they've split? Or be seen with something? Do you know what I mean? It's Messed up, innit? Strip Back Down singer was first bottled with Henry in the summer of 2018 and made the relationship Instagram official. The following year, sometimes I don't recognise this happy guy. Sure glad you brought him back though. Payne wrote alongside a picture of himself and Henry in September 2019. Thank you for always keeping the biggest smile on my face. So again, they go through their happy, they go through their sads. And, you know, relationships come to an end. And that relationship came to an end. The biggest question of all is, how hard did Maya Henry truly take that relationship split, and what has she been willing to do in the aftermath? Did she take it that bad and saw it as such a betrayal that she wanted to destroy Liam Payne? Let me know down below what you think, and I'll catch you all in the next one.